Do you speak the language of your body? I recently recorded a workshop for the Thrive membership. We have several levels, and one of them goes deep into connecting with the body because I've worked with people with serious health conditions. I work with people who are uncomfortable doing this because, like, well, that's too much contact. I was one of these people. And there's so much wisdom in the body. When you understand the language of your body, it will absolutely transform your life. It gives you greater access to your intuition. Whenever something comes up that's out of alignment, whether it's energetic, whether it's physical, you know, because your body tells you and you know how to understand it. So what are some of those keys to working with the energetics of the body? What are some of these concepts that we're getting wrong? What is something to most definitely never ever do? Let's dive right in. Okay, so let's be honest. A lot of us, have been absolutely disconnected from the body, right? We objectify, it's like, there's this thing wrong with me, or this thing, or I have to fix myself this way, or, why isn't my body operating the way it should be, right? Why do I have these aches? And it's extracting energy. What am I getting? What am I getting? What am I getting? What if you saw this as a relationship? If you saw it as a separate person, would you want to be in a relationship the way that you treat your body, of just getting? How much praise do you offer? What is your relationship with? What is that connection like? And again, we spoke about it extensively in Thrive in the membership. But I believe this is such an important thing to keep reminding ourselves of. And this is why I decided to bring some of it in here. Because one of the things I see people do, like a huge pitfall, is using the body as an excuse. Like, I have a headache, so I can't come. I can't go to this thing because I have a headache. When I hear that, it just, it breaks my heart. We're not meant to. It's like a parent hiding behind a child. That's not how it's supposed to be. You were given this body to take care of. You were given this body as a gift to experience this physical environment with. And the neglect and the abuse that we put our bodies through on a daily basis. I don't just mean the food or the exposure to things. The words that we speak, the criticism. It's like not necessarily about the body, about ourselves. The body takes that in. One of the things that I do with my one-on-one clients is we work through clearing those things that solidified in the body. We move them through, and it's a difficult task. It's difficult to do that when this has been so rehearsed. The self-abandonment, the self-hatred. This doesn't go anywhere. This is stored in the body. And on top of that, we use the body as an excuse to not speak our truth. Well, that's not its purpose. It's not here as an excuse for you, for your convenience. It's here to support you in tuning into your intuition. It's here to be an ally and a partner. When something doesn't feel in alignment, when it's not a whole body yes, it's a no. And how would you even know that? This is something that I teach. And I say, if it's not a whole body yes, it's a no. And a lot of people are like, I don't know what a whole body yes feels like in my body. It's been so long, I don't know. I haven't allowed myself to go for things that are right for me. I haven't allowed myself to speak things that are authentic to me. I'm too scared to trigger someone or to the consequences that this may have on my life. I don't know what a whole body yes feels like. And this is what we get to step into. This is what we get to teach ourselves again. Because this is so tangible, this is so physical. It's right here. And it's so easy to work with it when you take it seriously and you learn how. And your life becomes easy because, like I said, when something's off, you know it. And you also know the difference as you tune into the body. You know the difference between the inner critic and that ego and the higher self and your intuition. as a lot of people say, oh, it's a gut feeling. And they say it's intuition. And I go, it's not. Your gut feeling, the solar plexus, that's where the ego lives. So fears, insecurities, and we're like, oh, I'm not sure about that. That must be off. It's like, is it? Because more often than not, that's your inner critic speaking. Okay, that's the fear. And that gut feeling is actually not to be listened to. And there's a way to transmute those energies. Again, this is deeper work that I couldn't possibly explain in a YouTube video. This is what I do with my one-on-one clients, and this is also what we learn to do in Thrive in more of a group setting. But as we learn to work with this, life becomes easy. It becomes so simple to understand when something is an absolute yes. You know, when we go into like, oh, okay, God, give me a sign. Your body's here all the time. You have your emotional body, which as well as a whole separate video, how a lot of us, like, we've numbed our emotions so much. We don't know what we want. We don't know actually what feels exciting because we're there trying to cater to other people's needs. We're there trying to be liked. We're there trying to be accepted in our tribe, right? So to the point where, like, I don't even know what a whole body emotional yes is. That's a whole other topic. But when you tune into that through the body, your emotional body also opens up. And with that, you know, when we're asking, like, please give me a sign, you don't ask that anymore because you just know, because your body knows, because you tuned in to what that feels like. And you also know what something out of alignment feels like. You know how to read your body instead of saying, ugh, why do I have these headaches? You know because you've learned and mastered the language of the body. So this is an invitation to get more curious. And as I shared at the beginning, please do not use your body as an excuse because that does have consequences. You're calling more of that in and you're self-abandoning in the process. It may seem like a little thing, but energetically, it's a huge thing that has consequences. So from 1 to 10, letting me know in the comments, where are you at with connecting with yourself? 1, it's like, I have no clue what a whole body yes is. So disconnected from my body. 10, amazing, loving myself, honoring it, devoted to it, okay? Which one are you at, okay? Anywhere from 1 to 10, and not beating yourself up for wherever you are, because if you're at a 3, that's not any worse than at an 8. In fact, you're just getting awareness, like, oh, okay, I'm at a 3. I get to learn this. I get to come into this relationship. I get to cultivate this. It's like, you know, in partnership, it's like, oh no, I'm just starting to date versus someone who's, 20 years together. It's like, oh, I get to know this partner. I get to build something with them. Same with our relationship with ourselves. So letting me know down below if you want to go deeper into this, whether in one-on-one container or whether you want to check out Thrive, get on a free clarity call with me. I don't work with anyone unless I feel your energy. I know that I can actually support you wherever you're at. So if you want that free clarity call, down below in the description. I thank you so much for being here, and until next time.